gosh. Hello everybody. Oh, welcome to Thembisafrika YouTube channel. Oh my gosh.
Never unkind, majestic and royal.
Hello everybody, welcome to Thembisafrika YouTube channel. Welcome back. Now I have a friend with me. You see. Say hello to my people. Hello everybody. Welcome back, guys. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe down below and then press the notification button, and don't forget to share with other people my page. So today I'll be basically telling you guys more about myself. Not really myself, but okay, well, I woke up today, ne? Okay, I must first say, I got this gift from my sister. It's the 5 a.m. club. I always wanted a hard copy of it, and yeah, I'm going through it. Zonke lezinto nje up, you know, even though I'm not yet done, but I'm almost there. Sorry about that. So it's a recommended book for everyone. Please get yourself this book, The 5 a.m. Club. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to finish. And you know, yeah. And then right in front of me, I also have this. This is like a preparation of what I'm gonna be talking about basically today. You know. So today's topic, well guys, thank you so much for those that have been subscribing, liking and sharing my page as well, those that have been encouraging me and, you know, yeah, engaging, because before I even thought of making this video, I started with like people that are my friends on Facebook and Instagram as well as WhatsApp. I asked people if should I share what I want to share today, and if not, then they should propose topic that they want me to touch on. So I decided to do this one because most people always like just share your journey. So basically today I want to share with you guys my journey of being an orphan. uh Hopefully I won't cry. I won't, really. I won't cry. And then a lot of people gave advice to this. I hope that you guys can't hear the cars outside, because yeah, I stay right near the public what's road. Yeah. So okay, most people say they were like, we want to hear your story. We haven't been no watching Skate Satina, you know. There are a lot of, you know, complaints based on people seeing me. Guys, yeah, I'm okay. It's just that I have been, you know, overwhelmed for a while, for like 2 weeks. After that trip, well, I went to Clarence. After that, then after that, I never posted anything, and that's I was discussing the lesser guys. You guys are complaining. You just want me to post each and every day, of which it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, guys. Maybe in the future. But yeah, guys, I'm sitting comfortably in my room, and you all know it's varsity, guys. So we hardly get, or I mean, I hardly get in the this is my studio. This is my studio. So I'm in my room today. I'm just sitting comfortably in my bed, and my friend is here. So what I would like us to go through today is of being an orphan, and what are the things that I've learned throughout this journey, and what advice would I give to people that are still planning to adopt iy'ngane zabantu, planning to take iy'ngane that are orphans. So it's basically that. So I'll start by basically telling you guys my background, which will include my mom, my dad, nokuthi ngifundephi, you know. Okay, so well, you all know me. I am Thembisile Immaculate. Sorry about that. As in, okay, so I went to, okay, well, ngikhule ngihlala noma wami, right? At a very young age. If you've watched my first post, I did mention how I grew up, like a little bit about that. So, okay, what happened is that I grew up staying with my mom, go to room, and then my mom, I think I went to like La Izalwa Khona, of which we call it Amakaya Army. I went there for like before what ngiqala isikole for like few years, and then kwathi sengiqala isikole khona, my mom came back, wafika wazongilanda ke. Then I went back to Durban, nga-relocate ngazohlala eDurban, and then I went to a school called, okay, ngaqala a-crash yayiwumuzi womuntu nje ngakhona, it wasn't really serious thing. Ngaqala ngafunda khona, and then when I went to primary for my grade 1 registration, they asked me to do lezi, so I wasn't able to do that. I was short at the time, so but they were judging based on that if you are ready to be a student. So for me, it didn't go well with that because I was short, so there was no way for me to do this instead, like. And then again, okay, I stayed at home for that year. I mean, ngaphindele crash, yes, ngaphindele crash. And then again, Gaya Elokotwayo, there's a school called Chief Lokotwayo. I went there. I must say that my mom wasn't financially stable at the time, because I remember there was a time where I had to work with my feet because my mom didn't have money at the time. I know people would think, hey, I'm being serious, guys. This is a true story. I swear. So what happened is that, okay, I went to that school for like a year, and then ngaphinde futhi bangithatha kwesinye isikole saseduze ke. Well, ngafunda grade 1 kulesi Chief Lokotwayo. Then I went to kwaCutshwayo primary school, and then laphayana ke nje ngangiphila kamnandi. Well, my mom start working kwesinye isitolo nje somunye umama, and then she was able to provide for us, and then yebo saba right nathi njengabantu bonke. And then, well, I think 2006, 2005, my mom got into a relationship with this guy, and I don't know what love was that, but bathandana. Well, my mom loved the guy to a point where my mom fell pregnant, of which that's like my little sister. Mengakhulela ngomawami ke, that's when after lapho ke she got sick nje, waba neyinkinga eyiningi. Well, my mom bekakuthanda ubumnandi, I must say this as well. Bekakuthanda ubumnandi to a point where, nje bekakuthanda ubumnandi. Let me just stop there before ngisho ezinye. So wakhulelwa ke, and then the guy, okay, well, wakhulelwa emva lapho wagula ke, and then she went to a hospital esibizwa ngokuthi i-St. Mary's Hospital. She went there, and then I had to go and stay with, I wouldn't say we related to those people, but then like it was a matter of the person that took me was my mom's nurse. Yeah, I think that's the correct way to say it. She was working where my mom was admitted. So I went ngahamba ngayohlala naye ke lo mama, of which that was Adam's mission, if you know it. Then I went to Adam's mission. Okay, well, ngiyakhula ngithi ngiyakhula. I must say, my mom never told me anything about my dad. No one has ever mentioned anything about my dad. So for me, it was a matter of, when bekhuluma abantu abadala, like uncles and everybody, and they're like umalume bekashela ama-track, so he will mention nje kuma family gatherings ukuthi bona ubaba wabani, blah blah. But then for me it was a matter of, if they ask me, I only have mom. So okay, and then I went to Adams ngafunda grade 4. That was 2007. That was 2007, grade 4. Mangifunda e-Adams ngihlala nalo mama, she would come back home and like engitshela ukuthi how is my mom doing, what did she say, yabo nje, like ekhonza, sithi ukukhonza thina we say that. Send regards, yes, my mom will send regards to me ngalo mama lo. So okay, well, I stayed with that family for like a year, of which that's 2000. All of this happened in 2007. Mind. So what happened is that okay, the year 2007, my mom gave birth in April to my sister Uluyanda Yamkela Puswa, and then wahamba wahlala no-aunt wami le ngihlala naye manje, of which is uma wethu, wahlala nomndeni wethu uKeke. And then my aunt took care of my sister, mina bengiyise-Adams, right? And then I think somewhere in the middle of October, that's when my mom got seriously sick. And then auntie Bekabuya all the time, like telling me what's going on. Is my mom doing well? Is, tell me all of that. So this one time I think it was in the middle of October, like I said. And then what's I show was okay, your mom passed away, blah blah blah. For me, I think at the time it didn't make any sense. Even though I cried, I did, the trauma layer. But if it's got that, there was a yeah, because they did explain to me everything. So you will never see your mom again, blah 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 blah. And then my aunt came again, was sad. I'm trying to fast forward the story before we run out of time. So what's that again? And me one tata actually, because I was the one who basically Adams one tata. We came back. Sahlala nomndeni wakhe. Nje rozimela ukuthi u-aunt wethu nomalume and the kids, they have 8 kids, and then I said with me and so that's 10. Yes, 8. Yeah, 8. And then I said with me and something, which makes 10. Okay, and then we stayed with this family of mine. And then I went to okay, ngabuyela eSun Save kwaTutshwa Primary School. Ngabuyela khona ngafunda till I finished my grade 7, and then I left. Okay, when grade 8 I went to Albin Girls High. I get a lot of things happen there. Ngafeyila go grade 8 wami, guys, ngafeyila. Abantu bangiphikisa ukuthi ngafeyila. And then I failed my grade 8, and then again that's when okay, my mom gave me option of going to Tengile High School, of which that was in Clement, and then gave us another option of going to Nkandla, of which and my sister, we chose, like everybody at home was like Nkandla, school is right to get password and stuff, so we just like such somebody in Nkandla. And then we went ngafunda Nkandla my grade 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, well 2013, I think I was doing grade 9 at the time. That's when I got saved. And then yeah, well, I learned a lot from Nkandla, from people abasenkandla, especially our teachers and the environment. Abantu bakhona, you learn a lot. I would say my mom, like anyway, so there was no way I was gonna learn anything from all of that. Most of the things that like or I learned all of that from my mom, the one that I'm staying with, which is my aunt, and then I learned from my sisters, which abatalang nami, and then I learned from like people, like my surrounding. So okay, well, I must say, like in between all this happening, there are a lot of things that are happening that will like affect you emotionally, that will affect you, eskoleni, but local, I think those things pile up if you want to season at a very young age, and then you end up being, something else. Also done. Okay, and then I went to Nkandla, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11. What into engingayisho ngeBizimali High School is that othisha bakhona bebenikeza umthando. They showed you ukuthi umuntu owumama kuwena uba yini. Even though they were teachers, but they were more than that. Trust me, guys, they were more than that. Like you will find yourself calling uthisha wakho ngoma wakho. You'll find yourself calling othisha besilisa ngoba bakho, because that's what they portray, So kwaba into kanjalo nje, angangazizwa ngintandane mina. Okay, well, at the time ngingazizwa ngintandane. right? Not unless someone says something that will trigger, and then I'll start thinking, and I'll start, banje kwaba into enkanjalo ngafunda ke I remember the principal was my dad. There are a lot of people that were like mom, dad, Miss Mchali, Miss Mketle, like those people we look up to, like nje oh sishaba sesikoleni bethi yo, they led by example. So nje I learned a lot from those people. Njengoba ngisho ukuthi endleleni you struggle, trust me, you struggle. Ngeke ngikusho konke manje, but you find yourself, being in a crowd la uthola ukuthi kukhulunywa ngemndeni, and people will start, conversation mase bekubuza wena, you start thinking actually yes, I didn't have this kind of relationship with my dad, in as much as I can say ukuthi if you're an orphan, wena uphatheka kabi mangabe kukhulunywa ngama-families and stuff, but trust me, there are people who have both parents and they are struggling really, and they are not emotionally okay, their parents are not there for them, and when I start to think ukuthi okay God, what are you doing? So lento yokuthi abazali ngathini, they more like abantu ababekiwe emhlabeni nje to just angazi ngizothi, it's more like abasemhlabeni, but the only person that you can really call umzali wakho uNkulunkulu. Mina for me that has been like into nje engihlale ngisho kubantu ukuthi I feel like in as much as you can have parents, you will never be satisfied ngalento le onayo, ungathini ngalabazali onabo. You will see some characters kwabanye abazali and be like, oh, only if my mom was like that, only if my dad was like that, you're about receiving love, but only to find that even those people struggle along the way, So for me, it wasn't a matter of like my excuse will be I'm an orphan, even though along the way I was getting those emotional moments where I'm like, yo, I miss my mom, I wish my mom was here, I like thinking how my mom would have handled things if she was still alive. Well, I don't know anything about my dad, so yeah, that's why I'm speaking about my mom. That's cool. So okay, well, ngaqeda ke elokhunjeni enkandla, ngaqeda enkandla, and then I came back apply again university, and for that ngoba ngikutshela it's really hard. You start to think ukuthi mhlawumbe even ngisho kuthiwa there are points where you ask money from, okay, there were points where I had to ask money, but if umama ethi akanayo, I feel like my original mom would have given me the last cent, and lezo zinto ngempela, to really think ukuthi mina bengicabanga kanjalo, it was really bad thing, because you start to think ukuthi for my mom, if it's akanayo bezothi akanayo, but then I'm thinking ukuthi futhi if kumama bekazonginika the last cent wahamba weyiboleke, zonke lezi zinto lezo ziyenzeka, and trust me, for me ukushona kamama wami was really an eye opener, because ngiyakutshela if ngempela you encounter all these things, you start to think yonke into eyenzakalayo unemibuzo, uyayibuza ukuthi okay, why this is happening, only if zonke lezi zinto lezo uyacabanga ukuthi kwenzeka ngoba, of which that's not true at some point. Sometimes kuyikona, sometimes akusikhona. So that's why I always say ukuthi it must ngathini before ngathini I think the first thing that should happen to you before like impilo yakho iqhubeke is that you have an encounter with God, because you'll be able to understand all the things that are happening in your life, and you'll be able to do the right move kuleso sikhathi leso or kuleyo season leyo kuyona. So if njengoba ngisho mina ukuthi if mhlambe I didn't have an encounter with God by the age of like while I was doing grade 9, engabe nzima, I would have went abo nje ngoba ngisho ukuthi ngisho kuthiwa uma wakho akayiqondile leyo nto leyo, lo mama usuhlala naye at the time, but wena unalento yokuthi no, she's saying this because of that, lezo zinto ey'ncane, they trigger all of izinto esezenzekile empilweni yakho, and you start to think ukuthi usho ngoba vele akasibo wami, usho ngoba you have your own answers, you do things or you respond to that with your own understanding. But if you It should be your first person you go to. Should be your first person you go to before you even conclude. You know, uNkulunkulu uyakusiza for you to know how to respond to that. I'm sorry. Oh, that's light. Okay, so yeah, that's that. And then and for kind of that's why I'm trying to skip some of the things, you know. So let's talk about my dad now. Well, I never met my dad actually, but when I was doing grade, not grade, but when I was first year at varsity, actually I was still in the process of applying, you know, and boom, kamu kumuntu. Okay, well, my mom told me what's in. Oh, sorry. And she told me, you would say, someone called and they want to, well, your dad passed away last week. Like, kwase we passed go to kushona kababwana. I'm making an example with last week. Your dad passed away, so they want you to come and do the, I don't know, no more cleanser in or what, but yeah, come on, let's get does this Zulu, you know, and stuff. So okay, well, for me it was a shock, I must say. It was a shock for me to hear that, and for the fact that, like, I didn't know this, I've never met this person for the rest of my life actually. So like I really don't get at the, well, vele nganginandaba nje ngengqababa, nganginandaba, like I wasn't even emotional about it. Okay, well, ngahamba ke, and then we did the Zulu, the culture, I'd say that we do what they wanted us to do. But then for me, I never met my dad actually. I only saw his ID picture. That's when I met him. But I know his kids, all five of them, and then I'm the sixth person. Like I know what's balamana and stuff. Nabo they from different mothers. Um, and then yeah, I met his wife. Because bigger shot at ngalo nyaka washona ngawo, I think. So yeah, kwenzeka kanjalo ke. It's so hot in here. Makenzeka kanjalo ke and then kaze ngashiselwa. Needed water. I need to calm down. I need to calm down. Calm down, calm down. Yes, I am down. So yes, I was telling you guys about my dad. So what happened? Bashona-ke ngisahamba sizokwenza-ke lezo zinto lezo ekuthiwa zenze, and then I came back. Well, this thing started striking when I wasn't getting my NSFAS allowance. That's when I was like, oh my gosh, I need somebody. I need somebody to provide for me. My dad was capable of doing that. But again, wayengasabonwa, and then that's when, oh, I'm sorry about that. That's when again, like izinto zaqala ke nje, start thinking ukuthi only if my dad was here, he would have provided everything that I want. I'm not saying my family wasn't providing, but like, you know, sibaningi guys, sibaningi ekhaya kuloya mndeni, and you know it's really hard for like umuntu, especially my mom is not working, and she's the one like osebenza kanzima ukuthi sigcine silale sidlile si-right sonke. So it was really hard for that person to provide for all of us, you know. So nje abantu abaningi, I always told them ukuthi in as much as you can think ukuthi u-NSFAS guys uyasisiza. Yes, uyasisiza, but it's not enough. Like ngihlale ngizwa bosisi bami nomini, they're like, hayi bo, mina kube ngino-NSFAS ngabe sithenga imoto, blah blah blah. Like they say all the things that you like. Guys, do you know how much we're getting? Do you know what we're supposed to do with that money? You know, but nje for them, they chilled about it. They're like, I mean, nje nidlala ngathi, and this way, I don't know what happens, but however, sithi kini bacabanga ukuthi nje unemali or right or relevant, of which that's not true, guys. We need you. We need you financially and emotionally. So I must say, yeah, that's with my family. I must say, it's right. We are, it's right, you know, yonke into ihamba kahle. we are a family. Like they're not rich, we're not poor, we're just surviving, you know. So that's the story. Yeah, guys. Yes, ngibalekele inyembezi, so I'm trying to ngibalekela izinyembezi. I don't want to cry. Since you all have heard my story, but since is English, this is what I encountered, because I know I'll literally cry and not say anything at all. It was even hard for me to go through this topic. But one thing that I want to say to you guys, the reason I wanted to do this, or my advice to you guys, is that okay, I wrote things down that I want you guys to know. Well, if you are like looking forward to, okay, well, my advice is that do not adopt, guys. Ning adopting and so on, especially if you have kids of your own, do not do that. You might think it's the right thing to do, and yes, there's nothing wrong with that. But as long as you're gonna keep up with taking care of Lom Donalo, both emotionally, financially, in all ways you can think, you can provide for that kid. And for say Abe, like I always, it's always an advice that you, if you also adopt her, and when the show town has wena, at least take as a like say born passenger. My advice is that the reason why I'm saying that, it's because in as much as when your heart will be a matter of, wanting to take care of this kid, wanting to look after, be there for that um often. But I'm telling you this because I've experienced it, and I know from the fact, you will think when you are doing your best, like for Lomdana, no, and I'm telling you, akekho umuntu odlula umzali like umzali okuzalayo ngqo ukwenza lento oyifunayo, or lento ozothi mayenzile and umethi akanayo, you will believe it, umethi akanayo, umethi, but for someone owaziyo ukuthi akakuzali, we will never believe that. You can try and act as if you're believing whatever that person is saying, but trust me, you would think, oh, it's because. So my advice is that do not adopt if you have kids. Don't hurt ingane zabantu bakwethu. If you are willing, if your heart is a giving heart, whatever, just provide for that person la kahleli khona, ehlale orphanage, and you always come with plastics, you'll still get the blessing. Come with plastic, provide for them, buy them clothes, take them out, kodwa bayeke bahlale lapha e-orphanage beyiphilela impilo yabo without them knowing that you're responsible and whatever that's gonna happen. Iyonke into embi eyenzakala empilweni zabo, they will blame you. Uthole ukuthi wena ungeni, kanti futhi kwesinye isikhathi uthole ukuthi uyayenza lento, but you won't say it because when you're thinking you are doing your best, and mina nganelisekile as an orphan, so don't do it. And then another point will be that if you adopt, take a good care of that person. One, because there are a lot of things that triggers of which you, like, if you know the person's story, adoptile, because you'll be able to like uhambisana nalendlela le ezokwenza ukuthi angafili like that space of not having parents. So do take a good care of those kids, guys. Among it, take a good care of them. I'm literally saying that. Ngoba what I in as much as something when you are when your intentions has always been adopter, you wanna be there for that person, you wanna take care of someone, and now yes, obviously. But see, if you are not taking a good care of that kid, then what's the use? There is no use. And then treat them with the same, or like treat them the same way you treat your kids. If it happens that you adopter and uneyingane, what do I mean by that? But here's koda, I mean that if you would say, for example, ngiyahamba ngiyophuza nabangani I'm going to a club, and then I come back. Okay, well, let's say your daughter first. Let's say your daughter or your son goes out with their friends, the FEBA partition and stuff. And then when they come back, you tell them, go to, ningawenzi 1 or 2 uyabathathisa and call them names and whatever indlela wena udila ngayo nabo. Do the same thing with me. Don't come to me and say you're doing this because you don't have parents. Don't do that, guys. That's a very, I don't know, that thing takes you from, I don't know what level of mood you're in, but to nje iyakushut down leyo nto le ukuthi umuntu wenza into wrong boom ingoba abazali bakho don't say that. Don't say that, guys. Please don't. Ibuhlungu leyo nto isiphatha kabi. What did I say again? Okay, make sure that you find interest in their future or in their life or whatever that they're interested in life. For example, if I want to be a doctor, ask me, how is your journey? How are you doing? How are your studies? Show interest in what I am doing. In that way, I won't see myself useless. Show interest. Okay, in as much as I'm taking a good care of you, I also care about your future. I also care about what you're going to become in the future. Because uyacabanga awungangathi ngenzani wena nje ungadele ukuthi ngiyabuya ngiyadla ngiyalala, you don't know what am I doing. Don't do that. Akukho right lokho. Show interest in their like izinto aba interested kuzona bona. Again, let them be who they want to be, guys. If you come in their life and when you want to leave yourself, like ufuna ukuphila ubuwena kuyena lo mntwana lo futhi why lo mntwana usa frustrated ukuthi my parents blah 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 blah, and wonke my parents I feel like, well, I always say this, especially with coaches, guys. Umuntu coacher and you start to think ukuthi as this person is living their life through me, because the person wants you to be them. They don't want to see if when are you really want that. That's why I always say, Mina. Okay, well, we had a debate with one of my friends. Although no, it wasn't a debate, but it was a discussion. So he asked something on Facebook. He said, what's the use of a career coach, a life coach? Why are we having life coaches? Why are we having these people? And then I told him, for me, my point of view would be that, if you are a life coach, then show me all kinds, expose me to all different kinds of things that I can do. And then I'll be able to choose what is it that I want. But as it right, so that's what should be happening. But most coaches in our days, no, my kids, but I know them with their good coaches, like they recommended, guys. Go follow them, Maketi and Utandega Mayo. Maketi is a confident coach, and then Utandega is a career coach. So they should expose you to all these things, and then when you get to choose what exactly, or when they see potential, they expose you to all different kinds of whatever that you want to live or interested in. It's not a matter of they show you one direction and you have to go all the towards that direction, and you can so yes, so yeah, guys, I must say ukuthi ngiyanithanda kakhulu, and I really love you guys so much. I really do. Ngiyabonga kakhulu for those that have been supporting me from day one till today. And yes, I'm planning to make more videos as well since Ngivala on the 18th. So I'm planning to do a lot of vlogs starting from Monday. I will be doing a lot of vlogs and asking people to share their journey as well, because that's what we're here for, to hear people opinions, to I'm a guidelines, guide whatever. But yeah, it's basically that. And again, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Thembisafrika_, and then on Facebook, Thembisafrika Immaculate Poso. On TikTok, Thembisa_SA. And then, yeah, on Twitter, no. I might even delete that app because I'm not doing anything there at all. But guys, please share my YouTube link to your friends, your family, your brothers, your everything, your boyfriends, your girlfriends. Please, please share. Okay, guys, ngiyabonga kakhulu. Don't forget to subscribe and press the notification button because kusazobali. I love you guys so much. Ngikhalela ukuniculela yazi. Okay, singishayela umoya. Ngizokukhonza njalo mbala yangophela owasiphu musangaka ngizokukhonza njalo. Ngisho ukugcina. Daily I shall worship thee, Lamb of God who died for me, who extended his endless mercy. Daily I shall worship you. Ngizokukhonza njalo mvana yangophela owasiphu musongaka ngizokukhonza njalo. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys so much.